Hello and welcome to another update video on Exodus Temerity. Today you'll notice that I've got two instances of the game running, and that's because this one's older. I was able to snatch it out of here before I let this sync over from my laptop, because there's been some changes, and not really major changes, but types of things where it's probably best that I show comparison between new and old. And so let's get into it. I just checked back. My last video was about saving and loading, so that's a thing that we're all familiar with. I'll just put in temp name for now while we're doing this. I don't think energy rifle was properly implemented. So yeah, it's its own item now. Doesn't have a texture yet, but you can only shoot when you're holding that item. If you're not holding it, then you throw a punch with your fisticuff. Yes. And as you'll notice down here, there's a cooldown on your items. So if I spam it, it'll only trigger when the cooldown is gone through. Same thing with the energy rifle. And Dendron also have to deal with the cooldown. In the Dendron, you can also specify ranged versus melee weapons. And as a result, I've done quite a bit of work on the Dendron AI. I'll spawn in one now. So yeah, if I hold C, you'll see this red circle. That is their awareness range. Makes them aware of that Discord notification that you should go and check right now. And so basically, at a random interval, they'll occasionally check if there's anything that they should be interested in within this range. And if there is, then they will start to chase after it. So if I enter this range, it'll eventually start to chase after me. Yep, there he is, and he's now attacking me. But he's close to me, so he'll be punching me. But if I get far enough away, which is pretty hard to do, you're seeing there he's switching to the energy rifle so that he can shoot at that other Discord notification you should go and check right now. What? How did it leap up into the corner there? They don't have jetpacks. How did he do that? Oh, and he just tried to shoot. They only shoot if there's nothing in the way. And they also only shoot once in a while, like because not only do they have to deal with the cooldown effect, but they also deal with that Discord notification you go check. But they also have to deal with there he goes again, jumping into the corners. But they also deal with the fact that they only try to shoot you at random intervals. So a lot of times when they try to shoot you, the cooldown effect may not be done yet, and then you need to go check that Discord notification before you can shoot again. So yeah, I can shoot at him to kill him. Window title's been set to buy. I noticed that when I was testing it the other day, or earlier today, but then I got a Discord notification telling me that, yeah, I don't remember when that was added to the game, and I don't know what triggers it. Guess I'll find out when I watch back in the video, and read that Discord notification. But yeah, that's changes to Dendrons and items and stuffs like that. I suppose now I can show you the changes to the console, the command console. However, first I'll show you what the command console used to be. Yeah, so this was the old command console, and Discord notification right there for you. And yeah, as you can see here, when the text reaches the edge of the screen, it just keeps going off. And this is down here getting in the way of the typing area. And while you're typing, you can't go back at all to change it. And if you hit the up arrow, it will go to commands that you've previously entered. But yeah, if you wanted to then change those commands, you need to read that Discord notification and then delete the command entirely in order to make changes to it, pretty much. And I decided that this was not the best system. However, for the longest time I decided, you know, it's a command console, nobody's really going to use it, so what's the point? Then I read that Discord notification telling me, hey, this new feature that you've been working on the past few days actually has a very similar system but far better, so let's just reuse that, you know? And so yeah, here's a new command console. Other one had scrolling, but that Discord notification there, and also that other one will tell you that the new scrolling is a bit better. It's also got this guy right here, this little scroll bar that will tell you how far you've scrolled. I guess I might need to up the scale at which you scroll by. I'm used to being on my laptop, which has a trackpad, which can scroll a lot faster than my mouse here. But anyways, as you can see here, it has wrapping, so as the text reaches the edge of the screen, it'll wrap down to the next line. And it's got these indicators here to tell you where a new entry to the console is, so you don't get confused. So as I desperately try to scroll back down, we can do spam console, and that Discord notification, you should go check that as well. I'll spam it with hello, and I'll spam it 20 times. So yeah, it's fun. And the whole pressing up arrow to get the previous command back is a bit iffy. Gonna work on that. Actually, I have to press down for it to work. So yeah, it's clearly not working. But as you can see, you can move the cursor around, and you can even select text. You can copy it and delete it and paste it. And yeah, I can demonstrate it here. Copy, then delete, and then select this and replace it with console. Select this and place it with 6, and then realize that I forgot this, so I can add it in later on. You can even click around with the mouse. I considered trying to do dragging the mouse to select text, but that was doing weird stuff, so I didn't bother. And I also moved this up here so it's not in the way. So yeah, the console is a lot better now, and I originally designed this new system. Another thing is I can put tags into the text to color it midway through. But yeah, I did all this. I did not make this specifically for the console. It's something I repurposed for it. I originally made it for the new dialogue screens, as you can see here. And so you can see it here in action. This is what I originally developed it for. In that Discord notification will remind you that here you can color text as well. And there's also new line characters that tell it to jump down, and a bunch of numbers here to tell it to basically to go off the screen and wrap down. So yeah, and use the same system here to color text there. And that Discord notification will also tell you to notice that it'll only print one character at a time as it's printing out. That's nothing special. Basically, I tell it to only print out one character at a time, and then increase it as time goes by. Yeah, had to write my entire custom string subbing function in order to do that without having to worry about the text tags getting in the way. That Discord notification will tell you that it was not an easy thing to do, but I pulled it off. You can add icons right here, so this could be like an icon of the person you're talking to, and then you can remove it later on. And then you can have buttons that don't do anything but display text. That Discord notification will also tell you that you can go to things here, go to things there, and go to things here. Then you can go to previous one, previous again, then you can just exit. And you can also do things with keys, so you can, if your mouse isn't hover overing anything, you can use the arrow keys and hit enter when you're on the one you want. You can use them for going up and down, and then left to right, fun stuffs. And you can also hit backspace to go to previous screen and escape to exit. And when you exit, it just goes back to where you were previously. And so previously I was in the console, so it puts me back in the console. If you were previously in-game, then it put you back in-game. And again, the buy is up in the top there again. Gonna need to figure that out. But yeah, gonna escape this. And that Discord notification will tell you that I'm running out of things to cover. So some lag there, a little bit. Yeah. Pretty much the only thing left is a way to do puzzles in the game, like giving these fuses a purpose. Like you have to go around and collect these fuses and bring them to a spot, and then a door will open. I believe there's a button I can press to demonstrate that spawns a human. That was O. That crashes the game. That was P. All right. But yeah, I'm just gonna press random keys up. There you go, J. Yeah, this is a thing as well. Little notification boxes. I suppose that would mostly be used for in the tutorial. So like if the player walks up to a locked door, like one of those will pop up saying, "Hey, gotta collect fuses now." Yeah, it's sort of like for the tutorial. part of the game. But yeah. As you saw there, it also has a thing where it does only one character at a time. However, that was before I made my new fancy tag-based system to color the text, and so I think I may redo that to take use of colored text as well. The whole ability to color text like that, like simply with like inline tags, like in-text tags, is something that I made a long time ago, but I didn't make any way to format the text, so you would just pick a spot on the screen and it would just print out all the text in one long line. But now I made a thing to format it into a box, so it's a lot more flexible now, and I can do a lot more with it. In that Discord notification will tell you that, yeah, that's about it. So I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye.